After God created Adam, Adam came to God and said, "You created all the animals and each one has a mate, but I'm alone. Can you create me one also?" God replied, "Well, Adam, I can create a mate for you. It will be the crown of my creation, someone who will serve you, and your every need and desire. The most beautiful and loving creature. She will take care of you always, and give you all the respect that is deserving of you. The only thing is, it will cost you an arm and a leg." Adam thought for a second and said, "What do you got for a rib?" A husband and a wife over their marriage had 8 kids. One day the husband notices that their 6th kid, Billy, looks very different from the other 7. The husband goes to his wife and asks her, "Honey, I noticed that Billy looks different from the other children, did you have an affair?" The wife starts to break down into tears and nods her head. The husband, heartbroken, quietly asks his wife, "So who is Billy's father?" "You." A monkey is smoking a joint. A monkey is sitting in a tree, smoking a joint, when a lizard walks past. The lizard looks up and says, "Hey, what are you doing?" The monkey says, "Smoking a joint. Come up and join me." So the lizard climbs up and sits next to the monkey, and they have another joint. After a while, the lizard says his mouth is dry, and that he's going to get a drink from the river. At the riverbank, the lizard is so stoned that he leans over too far and falls in. A crocodile sees this and swims over to the stoned lizard, helping him to the side. He then asks the lizard, "What's the matter with you?" The lizard explains that he was up in the tree, smoking a joint with the monkey and his mouth got dry, and that he was so wasted that when he went to get a drink from the river, he fell in. The inquisitive crocodile says he has to check this out. He walks into the jungle and finds the tree where the monkey is sitting, finishing a joint. He looks up and says, "Hey, monkey." The monkey looks down and says, "OMG. Duuuuude, how much water did you drink? My friend joined a cult. They believe that one day they will cease to exist in their human form, and become water vapor. I told him, you will be missed." A Russian dude enters a bar wearing a t-shirt saying, "Turks got 3 problems." As soon as he enters the bar, a bunch of Turks stop him. "Turks, you come in our country and have the balls to insult us." Russian, "That's your first problem. You guys gets offended so easily." Turks, "Let's get him outside." Russian, "That's your second problem. You wanna solve everything with violence." They gets outside of the bar and Turks starts taking their knives out. Russian, "That's your third problem. You bring knives to a gunfight." My friend was really proud of his British heritage until he found out that his grandfather was from Transylvania. Now he can't even look at himself in the mirror. On Monday morning, the teacher walked into class and noticed someone had written the word penis in tiny letters on the blackboard. She turned around, couldn't spot a guilty face, quickly erased it and began class. Tuesday, she was again greeted with penis on the blackboard written in larger letters. She looked around in vain for the culprit and then proceeded with the day's lesson. Every morning for the rest of the week, penis was written on the board in larger and larger letters, and each time, the teacher furiously erased it. By Friday, she'd had enough. "That's the last straw," she sputtered. "I can't believe this. Next Monday morning, I expect an explanation for this behavior." On Monday morning, the teacher confidently entered the classroom and looked at the board. She saw, not a penis, but this message. "Don't you know, the more you rub it, the bigger it gets." A woman was at her hairdresser's getting her hair styled for a trip to Rome with her husband. She mentioned the trip to the hairdresser, who responded, "Rome. Why would anyone want to go there? It's crowded and dirty. You're crazy to go to Rome. So, how are you getting there?" "We're taking United," was the reply. "We got a great rate." "United?" exclaimed the hairdresser. "That's a terrible airline. Their planes are old, their flight attendants are ugly, and they're always late. So, where are you staying in Rome?" "We'll be at this exclusive little place over on Rome's Tiber River called Taste." "Don't go any further. I know that place. Everybody thinks it's gonna be something special and exclusive, but it's really a dump." We're going to go to see the Vatican and maybe get to see the Pope. That's rich, laughed the hairdresser. You and a million other people trying to see him. He'll look the size of an ant. Boy, good luck on this lousy trip of yours. You're going to need it. A month later, the woman again came in for a hairdo. The hairdresser asked her about her trip to Rome. It was wonderful, explained the woman. Not only were we on time in one of United's brand new planes, but it was overbooked, and they bumped us up to first class. The food and wine were wonderful, and we had a handsome 28-year-old steward who waited on us hand and foot. And the Taste Hotel was great. They'd just finished a $5 million remodeling, and now it's a jewel, the finest hotel in the city. They, too, were overbooked, so they apologized and gave us their owner's suite at no extra charge. Well, muttered the hairdresser, that's all well and good, but I know you didn't get to see the Pope. Actually, we were quite lucky, because as we toured the Vatican, a Swiss guard tapped me on the shoulder, and explained that the Pope likes to meet some of the visitors, and if I'd be so kind as to step into his private room and wait, the Pope would personally greet us. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, the Pope walked through the door and shook my hand. I knelt down and he spoke a few words to me. Oh, really? What did he say? He said, who screwed up your hair?